Hello, Pavlo with you, and today it will be unusual episode because I decided to make a video about a model that is present on the market for many years already. Its final audio E3000C, and C here means control because it has one button talk control and microphone. It's an affordable single dynamic driver model, and when it was announced, it got a lot of popularity and a lot of positive reviews, but a lot of time passed since then. So I decided to take a look to try this model and to see what have changed in technologies in earphones for these years. Also, I really like final audio, so I wanted to try this model and understand for myself what that hype was about that time. It's still available for purchase for about $50 plus minus. So if you are interested in nostalgia and vintage, let's have a closer look. As you can see, package is small, pretty simple, but with nice color polygraphy and with all features listed on the backside. 100 decibels of sensitivity, 16 ohms of impedance, and here is an explanation of one of the features used here. It's swing fit. Basically, it means that tips can be tilted to get the optimal position in your ear channel to guide the sound waves properly. And also this provides better fit. So going inside of this box, a bit of origami here. So you're getting a set of tips, ear hooks, and actually it's final ear tips, which is pretty good in this price range. Absolutely simple, thin Folks leather pouch and earpieces themselves, and as a bonus accessory you're getting this stripe of velcro. So they put them into the pouch to protect them from some accidental damage. Let me see how to open it. So here, and earpieces are absolutely simple, just shiny polished stainless steel tubes with spouts. Here are the spouts, some protective grill is here, and they are semi-open. By the description on the final audio website, they have special filters that allows air to get in but not letting a lot of noise to pop out. Thanks to this shape, they will fit virtually to any ears, as you can easily guess, and also you can wear them both cable down and over the ear. You can select which of two options suit you more. So basically simple but very reliable classical design. There are some, actually it's not even strain reliefs, but some interesting strain protection here. And here is a cable, thin cable in silicone insulation, one button remote, pretty normal microphone. Of course nothing stellar, but if you move it closer to your mouth it will be pretty okay to talk. Here is a splitter with chin slider, and it goes down to the angled 4-pin connector. Basically really simple build focused on the main things. Of course it would have been nice to see the replaceable cables, but not in this case, not for these earphones. This model is a good illustration of technology's development, because they were released, I don't remember, like 5 or even more years ago, and since that we've got a noticeable development in the drivers area, earphones area, and so on. When they were initially released, they were like really hot topic, they gathered a lot of positive reviews, and they still sound pretty pleasant, but by modern scale they are not super technical, because they have accented low frequencies and leaning towards a warmer side of things. If you like warmer sound, they are pretty pleasant and enjoyable. But like modern traditional tuning is more on the technical side, with more detalization and less weight, especially on the lower mids. But probably let's talk about everything step by step. So bass go deep, but not to the maximum depth. It's more on the weighty side of things. Punch is good, but not the fastest one. And texturing is also good, but lacking a bit of small nuances and details. But anyway, overall it sounds warm with good amount of weight, especially if you like additional bass, and especially not only punch but weight, it's a really good option for you. But as a drawback, when we have some bass heavy track, of course low frequencies will shadow the mids, because it's unavoidable in this with this type of tuning. And example, it's Glitch Mob Skullclub. Nice electronic music with interesting bass line, and when bass hit the maximum amounts, it became shadowing mid frequencies, and that's a good illustration of this process. Usually nowadays it's we having either some hybrid designs or more fast drivers, and we avoiding such effects. But if you like when you getting a bit more warmth on the mid frequencies, like with these earphones, it can be enjoyable for you. And this additional weight gives more like romantic feeling for the string instruments, gives more body to the male vocal. So sometimes with some particular genres and styles of music, it sounds really pleasant. But otherwise, they are average in terms of resolution. Imagery stage is about average in width and slightly below average in depth, but layering is done pretty nicely. They are really forgiving for the quality of record, so they won't highlight issues too much, they won't be too nitpicking. Actually, they have a bump on the upper mid and lower treble area, which will give additional spark to the vocal, female vocal, and aggressive part. So on the not bass heavy music, definition on the mids will be pretty enough. But when bass hits, you getting that weight on the lower mids. Example for the mid frequencies will be Painkiller by Judas Priest. And that track demonstrates all pro and cons of this earphones tuning. Vocal that hits to the upper mid and lower treble area sounds really nice and enjoyable. But on the lower mids, where we're getting bass guitar and rhythm guitar, it's pretty clear that we're lacking a bit of definition, because bass guitar is overshadowing the rest of the track. And the treble actually not stellar in terms of extension, like about average or something like that. Pretty clean, and at the same time not sharp, not too sibilant, and not too forward. There is an accent on the lower mid, lower treble and upper mid, but not too much. It's a typical dynamic driver treble in terms of slightly slow attacks and decays, meaning that it's on the weighty side of treble, not super airy and spacious like typical balanced armatures, but at the same time it's better in representing simple overtones. Of course, no layering or extended overtones, but basic overtones here, and giving a nice sense of naturalness for the instrument. Let's go for the example. It's King Crimson, Walking on Air, and actually this track sounds surprisingly good with these earphones, because it's not heavy on bass, and it has a lot of treble, and these earphones are really good in playing basic overtones, so it sounds rather enjoyable and doesn't have this overweighted effect. In terms of pairing, they require something with enough power to drive them. They are not super power hungry, but not every cheap dongle will drive them properly. So some good, well-powered dongle or player will be a great choice for them. I won't do any comparisons here, because like, for example, somewhere in this price range you can get FIO JD7, for example. that will sound better defined on the mid frequencies with more extension on both ends, more firm bass, and so on. But if you're looking for a warmer sound pair of earphones, and if you have small ears, this final audio E3000 still can be an interesting option to consider. But of course, just only if you like such type of sound signature. Thank you for listening, thank you for your attention, and have a great day.